In this video, we are going to show you exactly how much it costs to travel to Amsterdam, the charming capital of the Netherlands, the city of canals, bicycles, and world-famous museums. We are going to talk about airfare, accommodation, food, transportation, attractions, shopping, and we will also put together 3 budget estimates, from the budget traveler to the comfortable one, so you know exactly how much to bring. Amsterdam is one of those destinations that enchants everyone because you walk over those bridges across the canals, among crooked little houses, and you feel like you stepped into a painting. It is a compact, safe city, easy to explore on foot or by bike, but it is also one of the most expensive in Europe, so planning your budget makes all the difference. We have been there several times and we are going to give you real numbers. Let us go. Let us start with airfare, which is usually the biggest expense of the trip. Amsterdam is one of the largest air hubs in Europe because Schiphol Airport is one of the busiest in the world. So the good news is that getting there is usually easier and cheaper than to many other European destinations. Coming from most major cities in North America or Europe, you find flights with few connections and, in many cases, even direct flights. In our research, the round-trip airfare varies a lot depending on the season. In the low season, which runs roughly from November to March, not counting Christmas and New Year, you can find very inviting prices. In the high season, which is the European summer, between June and August, and also during the tulip bloom, in April and May, prices skyrocket because that is when everyone wants to visit the city. Our golden tip is to aim for the months of September, October, and early November, or the start of spring, when the weather is still pleasant, the city is emptier, and prices drop a lot. Booking at least 3 or 4 months in advance also makes a huge difference in the final price. Now let us talk about accommodation, which is usually the cost that weighs the most in Amsterdam. The city is expensive on this point, so it is good to come prepared. We can split it into 3 categories. In the budget option, you find hostels and simple rooms, well located, for somewhere around $40 to $70 a night. In the mid-range category, which is where most people stay, well-rated 3-star hotels cost between $100 and $180 a night, many of them in those narrow historic houses by the canals. And in the more comfortable option, the 4- and 5-star hotels, some in renovated period buildings, run between $250 and $400 a night. And here's a tip that matters a lot. The area where you stay completely changes your experience. We always recommend staying inside the canal belt, in the historic center, especially in the Jordan area, because it is safe, charming, full of cafes, and you do almost everything on foot. We created this personalized map, which explains exactly which is the best area. By staying in this area, you cannot go wrong. And in the video description and here in the QR code, we are going to leave the link to the page with this map and with the hotels we have stayed in and highly recommend, including a hotel in the Jordan where we stayed for an incredible price, super well located, just a few minutes walk from the main museums and surrounded by the most beautiful canals in the city. We saved a lot with that choice. Let us move on to food, which has options for every budget. In the most budget-friendly option, street food saves your day and your wallet. A cone of Dutch fries with mayonnaise costs between $4 and $6, and a herring sandwich comes out to a similar price. Eating like this, you spend around $20 a day. In the mid-range category, lunch or dinner at a nice restaurant, with a main course and a drink, comes out to something between $20 and $35 per person. And in the more comfortable option, dinner at a trendier restaurant, with that view of the canals, can pass $50 or $60 per person. We always recommend trying the crispy fried snacks, the famous bitterballen, with a cold beer, and also the Indonesian food heritage, which over there is wonderful. About transportation, and here lies one of the most special things about Amsterdam, the city is the bike capital of the world. There are more bikes than residents, and pedaling is the most authentic and fun way to get around. Renting a bike costs on average between $10 and $15 a day, and there are bike lanes everywhere. Besides that, the city has excellent public transport, with the streetcars, which over there are called trams, the metro, and the buses, all paid with a very handy rechargeable card. A single 1-hour ticket comes out to about $3.50, and there are daily passes that are well worth it if you're going to use it a lot. And the best news, from Schiphol Airport to the center, the train is direct, fast, and cheap, taking less than 20 minutes and costing about $6. Forget the taxi, which is very expensive. Speaking of attractions, this is where the beauty of Amsterdam lives. The city is the capital of museums. The entrance to the Rijksmuseum, the Great National Museum, costs around $25. The Van Gogh Museum, with the largest collection in the world of the painter, comes out to about $22. The Anne Frank House, one of the most moving visits in Europe, costs about $16. But attention, the tickets are sold only online and fly out, so buy weeks in advance. But there is also a lot of free stuff. Walking through the canal belt and crossing its bridges costs nothing. Strolling through the huge Vondelpark is free. And getting lost in the charming alleys of the Jordan is one of the activities we enjoyed the most. Speaking of attractions and tours, in the video description and here in the QR code, we are going to leave the link to the site we always use to buy tickets and tours for the lowest price. It is the biggest tourist site in the world, and it has practically everything there. Everything for the lowest price, and you can buy in any currency, saving on fees. And they have free tours that are great. And remember that in this link below, we always organize everything you need to put together your entire trip for the lowest price. The sites we use to plan our trips and that have everything much cheaper: travel SIM card, travel insurance for half the price, tickets for all the attractions, good and cheap hotels we have stayed in, cheap car rental, and the global account. And the links already contain automatic discounts. So save and use this page that will make your trip much easier. About shopping, Amsterdam is great for bringing back souvenirs. The classics are the Dutch cheeses, like Gouda, and Edam, the famous wooden clogs and the tulip replicas that never wilt. It is hard to leave there without filling your bag. Now to the two essential costs that many people forget. The first is internet. Having internet on your phone helps a lot to use GPS, transport apps, and make reservations. We always buy the SIM card before the trip, receive it at home, and arrive already connected at the destination. It is much cheaper than roaming. A SIM card for 7 days costs on average between $15 and $25. The second essential cost, and one it is unacceptable to travel without, is travel insurance. And here we speak from real experience. Europe requires insurance for entry, and a simple emergency visit can cost more than $4,000. We know real cases of travelers who came back with huge debts. The insurance costs less than $10 a day. We always use a price comparison tool that shows the best and cheapest plan. We never travel to Europe without insurance. About currency exchange, if you are coming from outside the Eurozone, a tip that saves a lot is to use a global account, which lets you spend in euros without those absurd card fees and still guarantees a fair exchange rate. We always leave the link to it on our page. Now the final estimate, per person, not counting the airfare, for 5 days of travel. In the budget profile, with a hostel, street food, and public transport, you spend around $500 to $600. In the mid-range profile, with a 3-star hotel, nice restaurants, and a few paid attractions, it falls between $900 and $1,200. And in the comfortable profile, with a 4-star hotel, good restaurants, and guided tours, it passes $1,800. And for those who are new here on the channel, a very warm welcome. Our mission is to help you travel more and better around the world. If you are enjoying it, subscribe here to the channel and like the video, which helps us a lot. To wrap up, 3 final money-saving tips. First, buy the tickets for the big museums well in advance online, because besides securing your spot, you avoid the giant lines. Second, avoid the restaurants on Dam Square and the touristy streets, where the food is expensive, and look for the places where the locals eat. And third, consider the city attraction cards, which combine several museums and transport for a fixed price, and can be very worth it. If you liked the video, like it and subscribe to our channel to travel more and better around the world. Thank you very much and have a great trip.